What is up, everybody? Shifty once again bringing you a Dota 2 video. This time we're going to do a replay analysis where I look at two different bounty hunter games that I have played this week that went in different ways. So let me examine what I did right, what I did wrong, how I can improve. Hopefully I'll learn something from this, and hopefully you'll learn something from this. I decided to play some bounty hunter games this week because it's really helpful in two of the quests that were in the Path of the Blossom, which by the time you watch this video will probably be done. But it was really helpful in the debuff enemies quest and in the make gold for your team quest. So I did both of those with a roaming bounty hunter. So that's why we have a couple bounty hunter games to look at this week. So without further ado, let's get into the game and hopefully learn something. So this is the first game. In this game, I was a bounty hunter on the dire side. In my team, we have a Lina, we have a Skywrath, we have a Puck, we have a Clinks, and we have me, the bounty hunter. So let's go ahead and start. So as you can see, this is generally the items that you'll get on a bounty hunter, even if you're going as a carry bounty hunter. Let's put this on Hero Chase for a bit. Player perspective, meet. Never mind, I seem to be looking at very strange things. Okay, let's put it on free then, and I'll just watch myself. So what we've done here is we've picked up basically the normal items for a bounty hunter: a stack of tangos, stout shield, clarity, iron branches. Don't skip the clarity on a bounty hunter. It's really important to get that clarity so you can stay in Shadow Walk for a long time early, because it will cost you a lot of mana if you try to do it without the clarity. You will end up having to go back to base. So normally a lot of time when they hit the off lane, I will get some and as you can see, they got a first blood here on the other room, but it's not very important to our replay, so we won't check that out. But a lot of the time you'll end up getting some wards. Maybe you'll buy the courier, stuff like this. In this case, it was taken care of by my teammates, so I didn't need to worry about it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and try to get a cheeky courier kill. This ends up not happening for me at all, because the person coming to the mid lane is an invoker. He ends up not getting his bottle for a very long time, and I end up not getting it. So I spend a lot of time sitting here. Let's skip ahead a little bit, see if we can find something that's a little bit more interesting. So this is an example of what not to do. Since I didn't get this early, I should have given up on it, and I should have gone to do something more efficient. Here you can see the invoker disconnects. We have a pause.
Alright, carry on.
Lina resumes once he has reconnected. Apparently I still sit here. So as you can see, I sat here for a very, very long time. It's not helpful at all. This Prophet is cliff jungling because he's really bad. As you can see, the Clinks is here and kills him. Second kill on the board.
You know the drill.
I'm here on the side lane. I've now picked up an Orb of Venom and some boost of speed. So I ended up going to the off lane to help this Puck out. Puck is playing off lane. We have the Lina in the mid lane. So there's a bit of a disagreement there about who went mid lane, whatever. Stuff happens in pubs, you know. He just hit 6. These guys ended up trying to go on him. He did a very strange thing by going in that direction. But then he got a very cheeky little coil, and with my help, with my slows and my Janata, we ended up getting 2 kills. So great start for us.
Radiant's mid tower.
At this point, I could have been more efficient, probably, and gone to pick up the rune, done something else. but instead I choose to go back to base to get my mana up, which is probably not the right decision. It's not the worst, but it's not the best decision either.
Radiant's mid tower's coming
Let's check out what's happening on the other side of the map. Here they're doing some pulls, very nice. Everyone's doing well.
Top tower's getting
The
beat
opposing team
down. Radiant's mid tower.
trying to go on Lena mid. Let's see, I don't remember if they did this. I do remember coming to help, but I'm not sure what happened actually. But I TP'd in to help, which is probably not the best use of my time. I should have recognized that the Lena would probably be able to get away, but I think it ended up working out if I remember correctly. So the Lena goes here. This guy's a little bit too forward, so I end up hitting him a few times. You get the slow with the Orb of Venom and the easy shuriken toss for the kill. So that's a really easy way to punish people with the roaming bounty hunter. Make sure you get this Orb of Venom. It is so good. I can't
Radiant's mid
overstate
tower could use a hand.
how good that is in the early game.
Let's do something
Make
about
sure
that
you get it.
bottom
The
tower.
slow is very good. The damage, not that much, but honestly you get it for the slow. And the slow is very, very good in the early game. So that's basically what I did. I got a magic wand. I ended up not going a bottle in this game because we have 2 bottle carriers already. We have the Lena in the mid lane and the Puck in the off lane. So 3 bottles on the same team is not a very good idea. So now I'm going here to try to scout out the Ember because I knew he was here. I knew he's having a rough time, so I wanted to see if I could shut him down. But then I ended up spotting this guy, still cliff jungling on the Ancients and on the safe camp, the side lane camp.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom
So I
tower.
pinged it out. Here comes Lena. And she ended up hitting, but he got the trees and blocked our vision. Here comes Invoker. What happens here? I hit him. I slow him down. Lena hits the stun. As you can see, I chase him a bit. Ends up not working out. But that's fine. We put some pressure on the map. Didn't accomplish that much, but it worked out okay. This rotation did not need to happen though. This Puck did not need to be here. He probably figured he could get the kill on the bounty, or I'm sorry, on the Prophet if he came, but it's probably not the best idea. So I'm still here looking for the Ember. I could be using my time much better. Here I decide to do something with my time instead of just standing around, and that's clean up this camp that's been just sitting there, halfway done. So now stuff is going down on the mid lane. I see that, and I come. Clinks is doing really well, so he's trying to make stuff happen. I reveal myself by going too far into tower range, which is really bad. I should not be doing that. I finish up this guy, who went a little bit too far forward, and now Puck got a nice coil off, but unfortunately he did not save his phase shift, so he ended up dying. But thanks to me being there, we ended up finishing off the Jugger because he committed a little bit too hard on that, and we punished him for it. So they got the 1 kill, we got 3. At this point, Jugger gets a little bit annoyed and decides to call for a fast finish in all chat, which is, you know, stuff that happens. And I decide to go back here and get arcane boots. So you can essentially go 2 ways with your boots on Bounty Hunter. You can go a carry or a semi-carry build and go phase. Sometimes you'll want to go utility and get phase if you just want the speed, if you don't feel like you need the mana. But I am a fan of arcane boots on utility Bounty Hunter. You end up using a lot of mana for shuriken toss, and so you need some way to replenish. Bounty Hunter does not have a good mana pool. So if you don't get a bottle, especially, you do want to get arcane boots, especially if you don't get bottle. So I see stuff happening on mid lane, so I end up going there. Ended up not being necessary at all because they wrecked this guy pretty hard. Rosenkrantz, having a very tough game on this Witch Doctor. Still only has brown boots. Has died 3 times. Thanks to our pressure and thanks to cheeky moves by me. So this is a pretty good example of how to play early Bounty Hunter, with the exception that I could have used my time a lot better. The early waiting for the courier snipe that went on for way too long. Now I finally have my track up, so I'm gonna go harass this guy a bit, and together with the puck, that's a kill. I wasn't even actually looking for that kill, I was just trying to harass him, but my damage potential was much higher than I realized. Which is what happens when you get 4 levels of Shuriken Toss. It's actually so good damage. 375 at like a level 6-7 is incredibly strong, so don't underestimate that. And when you end up getting track, you definitely want to start roaming all over the place. I'm a little bit delayed. I got some levels from my kills, but I'm a little bit lower. Let's take a look at the hero levels actually. As you can see, I am the lowest level along with our support Skywrath because I did a lot of roaming. But I did catch up with some kills. And I ended up TPing just right there. I knew he couldn't kill me because I saw stuff happening. I knew that even with the ultimate, he could not kill me. So probably not the best use of my time because that guy was going to go down no matter what. I could have spent my time a lot better still being in this creep camp here, marking out the Juggernaut for them and maybe starting some harass on him, or just sitting there and waiting for them to come. But I decided to TP. In the end, we got a track kill for it. I think it's like a 4-man track, so it's fine. It's not the worst decision in the world. It's a lot of money for my team. You can see I'm marking out the arcane rune for my team. And I do end up getting a null tally because I am going for the super noob build with... Tried to cancel his TP, see if I had enough damage. I did not have enough damage. I was hoping maybe Clinks would come, but he did not come in time. Okay, that's interesting. A lot of misplays on the enemy team this game. So let's see, what do I have now? Yeah, I'm still there. So, good items to get on a roaming bounty hunter. You don't have a lot of gold early. Your aim is to be a bit of a nuisance, try to get your 6, and then start roaming, getting kills for your team, and making up for your lack of experience and your lack of gold with kills together with your team. Increase the kill with the track, the kill reward. So that's how you go in. You Shuriken Toss, track up, finish up with, Janata Strike, finish up with a Shuriken Toss.
Radiant's bottom tower seen better days.
So anyway, that's a little bit of an illustration of how you roam around in the early game. Let's skip ahead a bit and see what happens a little bit later. This ends up being quite a stompy game, so the amount we can learn from this is a little bit limited. Let's take a look. So what am I doing now? I'm actually cleaning up bot lane because the Nature's Prophet is trying to split push at this point. He's not doing a terribly good job of it, but he's trying, and someone has to clean it up. My teammates wanted to push, so I'm just gonna go clean it up, get some gold. So at this point, I do have my Dagon, I do have my Medallion, I've got a PMS, Magic Wand, and Arcanes.
My gratitude.
I already explained the Arcanes. The Arcanes are doubly important once you get your Dagon because you have very limited mana. You need the Arcanes to be able to, 1, stay hidden, 2, your Shuriken Toss especially because that's a significant amount of mana, and to use your Dagon. And obviously you want to try to use your Dagon as much as possible in fights. So surprisingly to me, the opponents are not doing a terrible job of warding. I felt like they were not warding well. It didn't seem like they were warding at all because they kept getting caught out. But they were putting down lots of sentries. They've got a sentry here, sentry here. They've got a couple of obses. These are not terribly good because they cover about the same area. They've actually got a sentry here as well to de-ward, I assume. Not a big fan of this one and this one. Also, our team has done a terrible job here. As you can see, I'm going cleaning up again. Our team has done a terrible job of warding. We've got this one. This one is fine because Prophet was cliff jungling a lot of the time. We wanted to catch him out, and that worked several times. That's fine. Here, stuff is happening. Let's see. Poor Lina gets caught out. This is thanks to Radiant Warding. So, this is all wards. This shows you that you can get stuff done with wards. It's 446. Okay, so our Lina wasn't doing the best. Let's check out our KDAs. So Clinks and me were basically wrecking. That's the story of this. And here you can see again. Just open up. At this point, Clinks has an Orchid, so we know we're in no danger of getting ulted, Omni-slashed. So I just go in, track up. You get a Dagon and a Shuriken with some Clinks damage, and any hero will be dead. As you can see, they're getting kind of upset now. So this game ends up being a little bit stompy, but what I basically wanted to show you this game is that one of the moves that you can do early, I'm doing a bit of backtalk here because that guy was being a little bit of a baby, but basically what I wanted to show you is you can do this move here, Courier Snipe. This is only worth it. The reason I decided to show you the early portion is to show you that your time can be better spent. This is fine if you get this in the first couple of minutes. If it's a mid that will go for a bottle, I should have recognized this guy, the Invoker. He didn't even go for a bottle, which is, you know, the normal Invoker build. You don't usually see Invokers getting bottles these days. They might, but especially with a hero like this, it's not really worth standing here for a long time. Or even at all. I could have been on the off lane doing things, harassing, helping out the puck. I could have also been top lane harassing. I could have been being a little bit more active in front and harassing the Invoker for the Lina, giving him a better lane. There are better things I could have done with my time. I could have been stacking, lots of things. This went on for way too long, especially with a hero like Invoker. After that, I spent my time quite well. I went up here. We got a double kill. I could have been a little bit more efficient in my travel time back and forth to base, but it's fine. And then we ended up snowballing thanks to me being in good locations and getting track kills for my team. And we ended up stomping pretty hard. We can skip to the end of the game. As you can see, there's the end screen. It ended up a 48-7 game in 23 minutes. Big stomp, thanks basically to Clinks getting a lot of damage and to me being there with tracks and with assistance. So let's take a look here. Do we get the end screen? End screen, please. End screen? Where's the end screen? There we go. Apparently we do not get the end screen, so, but I'll show you here. So ended up getting the following items. Arcane Boots earliest. We've got the Dagon. I recommend going Dagon 1 if you're going to go Dagon and with a PMS or something so you're not terribly squishy. And then you can go things like Solar Crest. I ended up going Medallion first, then Solar Crest, and then I got the Vlads. I'd probably recommend going Medallion, then Vlads, then Solar Crest. I think is probably better in most cases, but in this game I was so rich that it didn't really matter. And then I got an AC to help our team push to finish out the game early because we were stomping so hard and there's no point in delaying even further. So, okay, so let's check out the other game. This game is a little bit more interesting because it's not quite as stompy. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Unfortunately, there we go. Okay, so once again, let's put this on free camera so I can move around. So in this game, I did end up having to buy awards, and I think I also bought the courier. Yes, I did, because my supports weren't buying couriers. Basically, I was the only kind of support. My team did not want to pick many supports, so there you go. Once again, I'm doing on this game. We're on the Radiant side, so once again, I'm trying to do courier snipes, standing here, probably for too long. So it's another mistake because I know how helpful that can be from experience doing courier snipes. So I tried a little bit too hard in these two games, but no matter. Okay, so let's go over my team here while we look at me going mid lane, trying to harass this guy a little bit. I'm just hitting him a little bit. He's gonna skewer me back, I think. Yeah, nothing's gonna come of it. I did some damage to him just to show him that I'm here, freeing up the lane a little bit for a purple Queen of Pain. So my team, we've got the Bounty Hunter, that's me. This is a mistake, by the way. I should not be going back here. Now he knows I'm here, so he's going to be very careful sending the courier if he sends it at all. And I think I showed a little bit here as well. So again, not a good use of my time at all. I also should have planted this ward a long time ago. This is not helpful. It's not doing any good sitting here. So I went a little bit further back as well to see if I can find the courier. But this is everything here is a waste of time. I spent the first like 3 minutes of the game wasting my time. But anyway, I should have placed the courier. I should have gone maybe top. I should have gone bottom to help this Meepo. This Meepo was having a big... this is probably what I should have done. I should have gone bottom to help this Meepo because he was having a really tough time in this lane. He's got lots of disables. He doesn't deal very well on his own, but I wanted to roam. And we didn't really have any true supports, but I should have just gone to help him. He's going to try for some stuff. It's not going to work. But anyway, so my team is this Meepo. Here's the main Meepo. And he's going to come with an Invis rune, and I think he does kill the Meepo here. But anyway, it's this Meepo. We've got a Quap. Went for the standard Null Tally Tango build. We got an Undying, who went Boots Stout Shield. Not a great build, but that's okay. And a Mirana, who's looking to buy a Wraithband, probably upgrade to a Aquila. So he's gonna try to go because he's being overconfident, not realizing that this guy's got an Invis rune. Ogre Magi bought a Bottle Start, which is terrible, but it's working fine because he's regenning all this mana and just spamming stuns on this Meepo that can't handle it. So I'm still here doing nothing. This is a terrible use of my time. I should be helping people. So at this point, the Meepo wanted me to control runes because he was having trouble with this Ogre Magi. Taking the runes, getting lots of mana, and just stunning him all the time. So I'm here essentially controlling the 4-minute rune. He tells me to take it. He doesn't want it, so I take it. And at this point, I am still... Let's see here. I am still level 1. I am out-leveled by every single in this game because I have wasted my time terribly. So I go down here, I try to help out this guy, and with me being here, we have enough damage. He goes for, he's got the move speed because he's got boots, and Bane has higher base move speed. So he's 335. I'm struggling here with 315. But this guy goes back in to help, and so we catch him out. And so we got a kill on the board. I got level 2. I got Janata from that. And I got boots. I believe I bought boots here. Right. So this is what you should be doing as a bounty hunter. Show up unexpectedly. Help out lanes that are having trouble. Don't do what I did. Don't stand behind tower forever trying to get a sneaky bottle courier kill. If you want to do that, that's fine. Do it for a minute, maybe 2. If there's a mid that always gets a bottle, this guy did get a bottle, but he ended up getting it. I think he might have went back to base for it or something, but I never saw that courier. So you can see it's still walking, so I definitely could have gotten it if it had shown up, but it didn't, and I should have just recognized that and stopped wasting my time. So once again, I'm going to try to rune control for this guy. I was so focused on the rune, I was being an idiot, and I didn't realize that I went visible. And now this guy's gonna kill me. So that's a huge mistake, really dumb, so avoidable. Quap is gonna go in, try to help, or try to get a kill on this guy, but that's a big mistake, really dumb. An example of what you shouldn't do. You need to always be aware of your shadow walk when you're playing a bounty hunter. Let's skip ahead a bit so we can see what's happening now. So at this point, I got my Orb of Venom, I got my boots, now I can do things. I've got level 4, and here comes a guy with an Invis rune, ults me, there's nothing I can do. This one, unfortunate, but honestly nothing I could have done about that. These things will happen with action runes, so. But anyway, since I'm the guy that's warding, etc., this is all I've got at this point. I'm still level 4. I'm still the lowest because I spent my time very unwisely in the early game. They're gonna see Bane warding and tell me about it, but I don't have money to do much about it, unfortunately. Let's go ahead a little bit more. And here we go. Here's a fight happening. Let's back up a little bit here, actually. So let's examine this fight. Okay, so we see stuff going on. We think they might be roshing or something like that. We want to interrupt, make sure nothing untoward is going on. These guys are calling for people to come in. They get impatient and they walk into wards. Fortunately for us, this guy is not a very good player. He ran in just sort of revealing himself because he was getting too excited for kills. And she blink dodged his ult, so she lives. But we should not be living here. I went back and got the kill on the sniper. Fortunately, I think I do give my life away because I walked back into this ward. I should have known there were wards here based on earlier movement. Yeah, see, I'm pinging it out. There are wards here, but I should have been aware. I should have gone this way instead of going this way. But because I was scared, because they were moving that way, I went back this way and forgot about the wards. So that is my mistake. But I got a kill on the sniper, and I traded it for a support bounty hunter. That's okay. So you can see I also panicked in that fight, and I skilled up Shuriken Toss. No, I think I actually skilled up Shadow Walk instead of Track, which is a huge mistake. Level 6 is relatively long before you hit level 7, and you definitely want to have Track up as early as possible, so that's a big, big mistake. So as you can see, this game, I'm misplaying a lot more. I'm making bad mistakes because we're under pressure. And here comes another Invis rune. They had real luck with the Invis runes this game,
Somebody's on a roll.
in the early game, causing a lot of damage to us. Let's fast forward a little bit again. And let's back up because there's a fight. This is what I wanted to examine. Okay, so at this point, they've seen me on the bot lane. They put down a ward. I know this ward is there. My teammates are telling me, go for a kill, you're dead anyway. I tried to survive. So I decided to just walk out now that they were missing. This guy is being dumb. He didn't remember that to look for me back here. So I went in, I got the track off, and we got the kill. And that is a 3-man track. That is worth so much gold, actually. This guy tried to get a sneaky little shockwave kill on me from behind the trees. And here we see they jump in with the Legion to get a kill, to get some damage on her. Quap misses her ult terribly, hits absolutely nothing. But I come back in with the track. So this is really good with a bounty hunter. One of the things you can do here is, as you saw, I basically nothing in that fight. All I did that fight was stay here, just stayed here, in range, getting ready to throw a track out whenever I saw an opportunity for a kill. And you can do that even in low health because you've got Shadow Walk. Just stay back out of range and you'll be okay. And you can throw a track out. And in that case, we got, I think, a 4-person track, and that's worth so much gold for your allies. So as you can see, just by being there for these kills, roaming a lot, now I've caught up and I'm level 8. I was, 3 levels behind early, and now I'm level 8. So now I go back top again, just always staying on that grind, just going for the kills, looking for that. You want to be a nuisance. That's the idea behind this support bounty hunter. Be a nuisance. So as you can see, I've gone for pretty much the same build, except this time I've got observers and sentries to place. And I'm a bit delayed, but I went arcane boost because I couldn't go bottle because there are bottles on other heroes. As you can see, I'm just staying behind the trees, getting that track off. All I'm doing here is getting the track off. Then I see him move, just get some damage on him, and Quap can just go in and finish the job now if she wants, honestly. There we go. Yep. Easy. Easy kills. Enemy team probably should have TP responded to that, but they didn't, so if they had, we would have had to back. This guy's got a haste now, which is a problem for everyone. This team got real lucky with the action runes this game, I'm telling you. Real lucky. As you can see, I've caught up. I now have my arcanes. And there we go. He's gonna die, feeding a track, or a dual kill. He should have been out of there as soon as he realized there was movement, but he was kind of slow. He wanted to go to Secret Shop or whatever, so not the smartest idea, but that's okay. As you can see also, someone got really tired of there not being wards in jungle, and they just bought every ward. I already placed, this one is mine, and I had one on the other side of the map, but someone has placed Shadow. That's the Marana. She got real tired of there being activity in our jungle, and she was like, nope, I'm going to put a ward right next to the ward that's already there. and everywhere else in our jungle. This is a really poor usage of wards. Even if, as you can see, I've put some behind here because we were looking to push that tower. Oh, let's rewind that because I missed that. Let's rewind. So I'm here. Some issues with the audio. They're doing things that aren't happening yet, but that's okay. So these guys are here. They see us both at the wave, immediately blinking in and ulting me. This guy's doing a good job of keeping me alive. Unfortunately, he can't stop the Fiend script. But this is an easy cleanup kill for the co-op. But here comes the cavalry. They brought in basically their whole team. And now there's honestly not even a point to ulting and putting down your tombstone because the fight is lost anyway. So, let's look at my position here. Still have these same items. Let's fast forward a little bit so I can show you where things started to turn around. Okay, so this guy, because of the space we've been giving him, has caught up running around the jungle. I think he was actually in a team with the Mirana, who, if I remember correctly, who warded up everything, and then we roamed around doing crazy stuff, getting a little bit of kills here and there. You see the kill score is evened up, and this guy's been able to catch up, and now he's got an axe, and he's a happy camper. And now he's running around starting to get some kills. I'm doing dangerous things here. I shouldn't be here. I knew that this guy had a dust, so I was being a little bit careless, but this is fine. I was standing here, and I got a track off on this hero, which is fine. Now we know where they are. We know their movements. This is very helpful to us. Let's check out the KDAs. So, as you can see, Quap has helped a lot. I've got a bunch of assists because I've been around, but I got killed a lot as well. So I'm not playing terribly well. I didn't play terribly well this early game. They warded up here. I already have a sentry here. It's my Monty. As you can see, I have like a million wards placed. 4,169. So I know this is there, but at the same time stuff is happening bottom, so I can't go immediately deward. So I'm just keeping an eye on what's happening here. They also know I'm here. For some reason they have wards here and there, but now they have a sentry as well to dewards. They're really looking to get stuff done here. We scout them with this, and then I track, and we use a Mirana ult. And if I remember correctly, stuff is about to go down. So let's look at this carefully. Okay, so Meepo goes in. I get a track on this guy. And we're off here getting kills. I didn't manage to get a track. That's not good. I should have gotten a track on this guy. But we cleaned up here. And I got a track. So I did an okay job trying to get track on as many people as possible. I think we got 3 out of 5 track kills there, which is really good. That's so much money for our team. And let's actually look at the net worth. So as you can see, even though we were behind for a very long time, we now have the 2 highest net worths. And I've caught up. Their carry and their mid are both below me now. They only have really one hero that's close to us, and that's the Legion Commander. So at this point we fully caught up and we're on the aggressive side. So Basically what happened here and allowed us to come back is that we created space for our Meepo, and now he's able to do lots of things.
How about that?
Now he's in danger. Yeah. It's not very smart. He's gonna blame lag, which is fine, whatever. So anyway, that's kind of what I basically wanted to show. This is how a bounty hunter can help the team come back. By doing things, creating space, getting your 6, getting track kills on enemy teams, allows your allies to increase their net worth. And at this point we've fully caught up. Our hero levels are great, our net worths are great. And at this point, we started to take over a little bit. So let's fast forward and see what happens the next 10 minutes. We continue to go ahead. I've, at this point, gotten a gem because they were warding. The Bane, I believe, was being really, really active with wards, and we wanted to deward. Unfortunately, I bought the gem, and all their wards had just expired. So it wasn't actually that helpful, but the same type of build, the medallion is really helpful in getting the armor reduction. It's still good versus Roche. Got a Dagon. This is a mistake. I should not have gotten a Dagon 3. I should have gotten a Dagon 1 and then either upgraded the medallion, gotten a Vlad's, gotten a mech, something like that. But this is a mistake. The gem pickup is good, even though it ended up not working out, because I can run around and get it. And I saw this movement. That's why I went in there, because I saw the movement. But yeah, this is a mistake. So let's fast forward even more. See the end of the game. Yes, so here I've got the Solar Crest. I decided to put the gem back so we didn't lose it. And now I'm going for a Vlad's, as you can see. But I should have already had the Vlads. It would have helped my team a lot more than having 3 levels of Dagon. Okay.
How about that?
Middle tower is under attack.
So they got that kill. We got 4 kills there, a bunch of track kills. And now the game is basically won. So let's go to the end. Here we are. Bought a bunch of stuff because the game was over. So let's take a look at the end screen here. As you can see, this game was a lot harder. It lasted longer. I ended up getting pretty much the same items. But like I said, it's a mistake to upgrade that Dagon instead of getting utility items. I think the level 1 Dagon is fine because it does help get a lot of kills early if you use it well and you roam. But this was basically to demonstrate the comeback power of a bounty hunter. So the first game was mainly to show what you're not supposed to do in the early game, but also how a bounty hunter can just completely take off. If you give him an inch, he'll take a yard. And the second game is to show the comeback potential of the track. Basically what we did is just run around as me and Quap and Undying Mirana trying to create space, allowing Meepo to catch up. As you can see, his KDA is terrible, but his GPM ended up not bad and his XPM is good, which is what a Meepo is supposed to do. He ended up level 25 because we created space for him to farm. A lot of that is thanks to our roam, and also Mirana for finally giving in and buying some wards. She went a bit overboard, but that's fine. And she actually played really well the whole game, just being where she was supposed to be and helping to create space for the Meepo. So that's essentially how we won this game. Should we have won this game? Absolutely not. The other team could have done so much better. Their sniper constantly got picked off by me with track and help from either Mirana or Queen of Pain. The Bane did a very good job. I think Bane is probably the outstanding player. Bane and Ogre, that lane really caused us trouble, and we should not have been able to catch up, but we did because we managed to roam around and cause a lot of trouble. So anyway, that's 2 bounty hunter games. And I hope you enjoyed the analysis. I learned a little bit from it. Just basically what I already knew was my problem with Bounty Hunter, which is to manage my time better, and also just keeping in mind the whole time, you know, using your time well, getting your tracks up on heroes. Your job is more to get tracks up and to be a pain than it is to run around as a killing machine in this role. And you have to be cognizant that that is your role, and not try to do a lot of clever things that don't really work. So better time usage is what I could improve on, especially, and being a little bit more aware and in control of my hero in team fights and not losing track of what I'm supposed to be doing. No pun intended, but there it happened. So I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you learned something as well, and I'll catch you next time.